What's up? This is Vince Carter. You're listening to the 3-Point Conversion. Check it out.
Hey, Coach, just what stands out about your ability to just come out that second half and do what you guys did defensively, but also on the offensive side of the ball?
You know, we've been talking about finishing, and the last game that we played them in Chicago, after the break, we didn't finish. I thought we was in a similar situation going into the fourth quarter. You had the lead, and we didn't make shots under a minute. We didn't get stops. Tonight we did. We did the things that you needed to do as far as winning a game, and made big shots, hit our free throws, and we got stops when it counted in the last 5 minutes.
What did you see from like the fight and energy of your team, especially on the bench in those timeouts, coming out there wanting to be hungry on the defensive side of the ball like that?
Well, we talked about, not letting Chicago sweep us, and just finding a way tonight to get it done. I thought our guys responded in that third and fourth quarter with urgency, came out and had a really big third and fourth quarter, 40 points. In the fourth, we knew that DeRozan was going to, have the ball in his hands. I thought our guys, Bogey and Dre, did a real solid job of keeping him in front, staying attached to him. And our bigs did a good job of being up on the screens and helping those guys through.
Hey, Nate. I know you just mentioned DeAndre. How good was it to see the ball go in for him? I know we've talked about how he's been struggling shooting a little bit lately.
It's always good for guys to see that ball go in. And, normally, in this league, when the ball goes in, you get more energy. And I thought tonight, he really accepted that challenge of trying to guard DeRozan, who's probably one of the hottest players in the league. Just making him work, trying to stay in front of him. When he went out the game, Bogey took over and did a solid job of defending. But, Dre allowed the defense to get him into the game. Offensively, he attacked the basket, got something easy, and I think that helped him.
When Trey gets in one of these modes, does the game plan just go out the window and you're just like, just cook for the rest of the game?
When you love to see him knocking down those shots. He's a confident kid, and even in the first quarter, he looked like he was battling, trying to fight through that ankle, and didn't really have his lift. And second half he came out very aggressive. Some of the shots that he was missing in that first half, he started to knock those shots down, and then it's just a matter of getting the matchup. I thought he did a good job tonight, slowing down, getting the matchup we wanted in the pick and roll, and we won the matchups tonight.
I'm just curious, what is it like as a coach just to watch someone like this? He's had a lot of these games, obviously.
Okay, what is it like? What
is it like watching someone like this, where he's had some of these games where he's just completely went bonkers?
I mean, you love to have a player like that. That's Trey out there doing those things, making the reads. It's not coaching. He's making plays. He's in a zone. He has a read. He has a feel for what the defense is doing and how he can attack it. And, when guys get hot like that, you basically are letting them play.
Yeah, I'm curious, following up, how close was it to him not playing today? Was it
very close? It went all the way up to game time decision. Still has some swelling in that foot, and he needed to go out and warm up. So I think I got the message probably 40, 50 minutes before the game.
All right.
Thank you.
Hey Trey, it looked like your ankle felt pretty good tonight, but how did it actually feel?
It was numb for a little bit. I put a lot of tape on it today, so I really couldn't feel it turn really that's where I had the most pain. I was when I turned it, and that's not necessarily when I go forward and back. It's when I turn. So just put some tape under the ankle braces, and I felt kind of numb, but it was all right.
Did it take a while for you to kind of settle in, like playing with that much tape or anything?
Yeah, I mean, I used the shoot around. I used that little quick 8-10 minutes that I had on the court to kind of like move a little bit, move around in it. I don't wear my ankle braces, but I wore my tape, so to kind of see how I felt with it and things like that.
What helped you and Bogey get going so much in that fourth quarter to help really seal this win?
I think just staying with it and just having that confidence that the next shot's gonna go in. And I had that confidence all night, and I know Bogey always has that confidence. So to have that tonight and to see a couple go in, it always helps.
Nate said that he got word about like 40 to 50 minutes prior to the game that you'd actually play. But in your mind, was there any doubt that you would actually play tonight?
A little bit, to be honest. Like I was thinking about it on the way to the arena. Just understanding we had back-to-back too. Not wanting to mess it up even more. But if I felt comfortable and shoot around with the tape, that was my main thing. Just wanted to see how it felt with the tape on it. 'Cause I hadn't played in tape in a minute, so to see how that felt before I really made a decision.
Obviously, when you were in Chicago, you played poorly that night. How much did you want to, get back at these guys? Obviously, they're one of the top teams in the East.
Oh yeah, I owed them one. No pun intended. I just feel like they had Io had a great defensive game against us. I feel like there were some shots that I had that were open I could have made against them. But prior to the break, a lot of the travel, I felt like my legs just weren't there, and I put that loss on me, and I felt like I could have been better. And so tonight I wanted to come out here and I owed my team one to come get a win.
If I can read lips correctly at the end of the game, I think you said he can't guard me, and you're pointing to Io. Is my lip reading correct?
Some people can read lips good, some people can't. So that's on you if you read it right.
I know since you've been in the league, you've done a good job playing through injuries. I'm just curious, when you were real young, were you like that too? Or was that kind of something you had to learn along the way?
Yeah, I think that's sometimes a problem now in the league. Like, I feel like even early in my couple of years, just a couple of injuries, I never used to tell the staff. Sometimes there used to be times I would feel pain. I just wouldn't even say anything, just because I know they're very cautious with guys getting injured and things like that. So I've always grown up playing against older guys, and when I get knocked down, my dad was always there to be like, get up, be strong. And I just always have had that mindset just as a kid. So, being small, maybe that's a mindset that I have. Just, I feel like I can play through pain and I can play through things. And so, maybe it's a good or bad thing. I had that mindset. So, but it's, yeah, I definitely feel like that.
When you have games like this, do you feel like this gives you guys like the best chance to win and one game that you feel like you should win when you do have a performance like this?
Yeah, it's hard to say that because every night is different. Every night brings a different challenge. So some nights, I can have a night like tonight, and us fall short sometimes, and it's tough and it sucks. But sometimes that's just how the ball rolls. But I think tonight we really dictated the game on the defensive end, allowing those guys to making it tough on them every time they shot. They still made some tough shots and things like that, but just making it tough on them. And then I think we did a good job of dictating how we wanted the game to go.
First question on Zoom goes to Terrell Thomas.
Trey, great game tonight. I'm wondering, with about 20 games remaining, are you looking at all of these games as playoff games as you're trying to improve your seeding?
I'm always looking at games. I'm always throughout the season. I'm always looking at other teams play, and throughout the season, I really focus on this game and other teams and where they are and things like that. I'm just a student of the game, so I love watching this game and learning as much as I can. So about different teams and things like that. So I'm always watching.
And do you feel like the pressure is on now with it only being 20 games left for you guys to kind of go in playoff mode?
Yeah, the pressure's been on. Pressure's been on for us to keep going and figure this out as fast as possible to get some wins. And we don't have very many left in the regular season, so we gotta win as many as possible, of course, and try to put ourselves in the best position at the end of this thing.
And with tomorrow's game being a back-to-back, as you mentioned, a big game against Washington, any concern for your ankle tomorrow?
No, I mean, I know we need to get up to DC, get some rest. And we got an early game tomorrow too. It's at 7 o'clock, not 7:30. So we got to get up there, get some rest, and be ready.
Thank you.
Christos Saltos.
Hey, Trey, great game, great win. How big win was that for you from your perspective?
I mean, any win is a big win for us. I think, I mean, obviously we know who we're playing. They're one of the top teams in the East. So, I mean, they're a really good team, but I mean, I always say when you get a win in this league, it's always big for your team. So, but yeah, of course, being a team like them is with how high their seed is, it's big.
All right. Thank you, Trey.
Appreciate it.
Sorry, Edwin.
Hey, Bogey.
Hello.
As Trey's teammate, what is it like when he has these kinds of games and you're just watching him go off like this?
I mean, it's just easy. It's easy to play, you know, and it makes a lot of a job easier for you as a player.
Hey, Bogey. After that loss to Chicago about a week ago, how determined were you guys to make sure that this game went much differently?
Yeah, we knew that at that game we could, you know, win that game, and we were that close. And at the end of the game, we didn't play the way we wanted, and we didn't execute offensively and defensively on both ends of that game. So we learned a lot from it, and that game we showed that we can win in that situations.
Was there anything that helped you and Trey get going in that fourth quarter, or was it just executing well down the stretch?
Yeah, I think it helped that we played the defense on. I think this was maybe one of the best defensive games, especially when you consider guarding, you know, the guys like DeRozan, Levine, Vucevic, who had a good night tonight, and considering all of that, I think that this was one of the great defensive games. And you know, when you're trying to win, the confidence comes from the defense. That's where everything comes from.
In what ways would you say Trey makes your game easier?
In every way, especially offensively. You know, he always draw two guys on him. It creates a lot of open shots for us, and he was very efficient tonight. He was reading the game well. He wasn't settling. He was driving, you know, hard, and he was kicking that ball out. And he was aggressive, you know, like not just aggressive, settling and trying maybe to draw the foul or trying to shoot the deep three. He was really, really aggressive, and he didn't want to get swept against Chicago.
You and DeAndre sort of took turns guarding DeRozan. There aren't a lot of games where he gets 22 points and 2 free throw attempts. What do you feel was the key in terms of the strategy of guarding him?
I think communication. I'm glad you noticed that. Like I think we really communicated well. At some point, I started on him, and then we knew they're gonna screen with D Hunt on him, and we were trapping him. So we were always changing the defense on him. Sometimes we switch, sometimes we trap, and I thought that's what made him difficult to read.
In your years playing, even in Europe, have you played with someone who has the kind of bravado and confidence that Trey possesses on the court?
Honestly, no. That talent is special, and that's why he's, you know, one of the best point guards in the league for sure. And you know, this year it shows just he's on another level. It's so easy to be next to him.
Last question on Zoom goes to Christos Saltos.
Hey, Bogey, great game, great win, first of all. How important for you is to take the momentum from that win, and what do you need to do to take the momentum from this win?
As I said, you know, 20 more games in the season. It was 21 before this one. So you have to have that sense of awareness, and you got to be locked in every single game. And, you know, the regular season is over now, you know, and there's 20 more games, and we are trying to fight for every single win, trying to get to the sixth spot. I know it's hard, but we all know where we at right now, and you know, a lot of games left, a lot of games left to play, but we got to find a way. That's it. Thank you.